My name is Diane Apolito May, and this is my story. The day I had the stroke was November 11th, 1994. I was 35 years old and a month past having given birth to my fourth child. I was home alone with my children when it happened because my then husband was working. This all began in the early morning. I woke up late. It was approximately 10 minutes to 7 in the morning. The time is important because I usually got up at 6 before the children got up to get ready for the day. If I had gotten up at 6, I would have been downstairs and alone when the stroke occurred. Anyway, when I woke up, I headed for the bathroom. On my way, I got nauseous and my head was hurting. I remember having to throw up. When I stood up, my legs would not hold me up, so I laid down in the hallway, figuring that whatever this was would be short-lived. I had no idea what was happening. I remember just knowing this was not passing and I could not let my kids find me like this. I knew I needed help, so I crawled into the bedroom of my 9-year-old son. I knew I could call him to call my mom. I still had no idea what was going on. I just knew I could not take care of my kids, who then were 9, 6, 2, and 1 month old. As I was calling out to my son, I remember my words getting garbled. That must have been when the stroke happened. My brother-in-law called the ambulance. I must have collapsed then. The next thing I remember, there were a lot of people around me. I kept falling in and out of consciousness for the next few days, probably weeks. I think some people knew that I was totally aware of what was going on around me, but I could not communicate with anyone. In time, my immediate family realized I understood what was going on. Later, at Kessler, they immediately taught me about blinking once for yes and twice for no, and a spelling system using blinking to communicate. There was tremendous joy and relief to finally be able to share with another person again.
A, B, A, E, I, O, A, E, I, O, U, U, V, W, X, Y.
For me, this has been both a physical and emotional journey. Emotionally, I have always thought of this as a temporary situation, even though it is a long temporary situation. I am well aware of my limitations, but I am also very aware of my tremendous accomplishments. Every achievement, no matter how small, is something I could not do before and is a positive sign of progress. Each movement I complete is a stepping stone to a larger movement. My progress has surprised even the greatest of doctors. I can now shrug my shoulders, move both my elbows off the armrest, and recently put my elbow back onto the armrest. I have made advancements in my ability to complete bridging and can sit on the mat unsupported. I have worked so hard on my abdominal and back muscles and can now bend and sit back up in my chair. I am improving my standing using a harness. This helps me continue to gain strength and movement in my legs. I keep making progress with breath support and being able to speak with breathing, which increases the volume of my voice. I am talking more than ever.
Take a deep breath and deep breath, say yes. Good. Take another deep breath and say no.
Due to my continued therapy along with Botox to loosen up my muscles, I am now able to move my head more than ever. I have also worked very hard on using the muscles of my eyes and being able to move them. This has made it possible for me to move a motorized wheelchair using fiber optics in the headrest around my house. Another new thing I can do is use a Kindle to read by using my thumb with an adapted device to turn the pages. These have been very exciting events for me. My personal rehabilitation continues to improve both physically and emotionally. My emotional recovery continues to flourish. I am sure some personal growth happens as we get older, but I guess the trauma and drama in my life has intensified this growth. I feel I am more of the person I am supposed to be. I have become a more confident and assertive person despite my fears and insecurities. In the very beginning of my recovery, my friends from childhood came together to raise money for me. They also provided a tremendous amount of emotional support. I was overwhelmed with the amount of financial and emotional support I received from everyone. Because of this, I wanted to do the same thing for someone else. I knew how uplifting it was to know someone was there doing something nice for me. I wanted to pay it forward. Thankfully, the friends that had raised money for me in the past believed enough in me and what I wanted to do, so they agreed to be my voice and help me raise money for other people. The Beyond the Rainbow Foundation was established in December of 1996. It is a nonprofit, tax-exempt corporation whose sole purpose is to provide emotional and financial support to those whose lives have been changed by a catastrophic event that has left them mobility challenged. Finally, in the words of Mike Littman, I would like to quote,
this is far from over. I am far from over. You haven't seen the last of me. No, no, I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here. Oh no, you won't set me free. I'm not taking no more. Can't stop me. It's not the end. You haven't seen the last of me. Oh no, you haven't seen the last of me. You haven't seen the last of me.